I'll begin this video by saying that most countries, in fact almost all of them, are friendly. As I've said many times before, 99.9% of people are good people. But there are some countries that I find to be a little bit friendlier than others, and that's exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you in today's video, and we begin with the Philippines. The Philippines is where I am right now shooting this video, and has been my home for the last year, and I've been here at least 50 different times. It is an unbelievable country. The people are so kind, and the way I describe Filipinos to people is they could be having the worst day ever and they always will come to you with a smile on their face and look at life on the bright side. Not only can the majority of them speak fluent English, but they're also the best caretakers. They're just the warmest people. And I mean, come on, they live by the slogan, "It's more fun in the Philippines," and you better believe that it's true. Number 2 on my list is Iran. Along with Pakistan, I think it's the most misconceived country in the whole world. I don't know why everybody's so scared of Iran. The people are so incredibly hospitable. I've never been offered more tea or invited into more homes in my life than Iran. All over the country, they're super interested that I was American. They always approached me on the street and started random conversations. Welcome to Isfahan! And I was just so happy to be in Iran, and I really can't wait to be back. The third friendliest country on my list is Costa Rica. As the slogan goes, pura vida, which means pure life. Costa Rica is filled with amazing people who are just living their life stress-free, happy. Actually, when I was in college, I road tripped around Costa Rica for 2 weeks with my friend, and we just had a fantastic time. I don't think I've met one person who treated us wrong or was unfriendly or even was frowning. Everybody is smiling in Costa Rica. It really is a pura vida. Number 4 is Fiji. Bula, that means hello.
Hola! Welcome to Fiji.
I've been to Fiji countless times because you always have to connect there when you go to other Pacific Island nations, and I also spent a 10-day trip traveling around Fiji. It was the first island I went to in the Pacific. What most people don't know is that there's actually 330 islands in Fiji, not just the main 2. And I'm just smiling right now thinking about the times that I had in Fiji. It's such a cool mix of people. You have a lot of Indian influence, you have a lot of native indigenous people, and also a mix of races and ethnicities that are all together in this beautiful country called Fiji. Amazing nature, amazing activities, and the people are just the best. The 5th friendliest country, in my opinion, is Malaysia.
Eating durian is like drinking wine. You have to start from the not so good one first, then slowly you eat the best.
I've been there 4 times, and I'm planning a 5th trip back soon to Borneo, Malaysia, because Malaysia is separated in 2 different parts. I often feel like Malaysia is overlooked in Southeast Asia by Singapore, by Thailand, by Indonesia, even by the Philippines. But every time I go to Malaysia, it's so freaking cool. The nature, the diversity, and the people. One memory that sticks in my mind was when I went to a food court in Malaysia last time in Kuala Lumpur, and I was trying to go pay, and the lady wouldn't let me pay because she was just being nice to me. And that's the first memory that comes to me in Malaysia. But I will always be going back there, eating some durian, hanging out with some cool people, and enjoying the amazing lifestyle that Malaysia has to offer. Number 6 is Bhutan. They don't use GDP to measure their country's economic growth. They use GNH, which means gross national happiness. Yes, it's true. They literally measure the happiness of their people. It always tops Asia's list as the happiest country on the continent, and I can confirm by going there, everyone is so genuine, so happy to meet a traveler that wants to visit their country. Number 7 is Malawi, one of my favorite countries in Africa. To be honest, I had heard nothing about Malawi before I went there, and I was shocked by how friendly the people were. You know, it's always considered as one of the poorest countries in the world, but that never scared me from going there, and that should never scare you either, because the people will just be so kind. If you can, try to get up to Lake Malawi. It's just like the most peaceful, blissful place, honestly, on the continent of Africa. And the village life is so humble, and everyone is just so kind. The kids will come up and play with you. Give Malawi a chance. It's that great. Numero 8 on my friendliest country list is Peru. Well, it's kind of hard for me to choose one country in South America because, to be honest, they're all super friendly, but I found Peruvians to be the most genuine, the most humble. I traveled around from Lima, took the bus all the way down to Cusco, and went to many places in between, even crossed the border into Bolivia, and I just love the atmosphere around the streets and the people smiling at you. And also, it's a very kind of traditional country, the way the people dress, the way that they live, and I just have that itch to get back to Peru someday very, very soon. Number 9 is Canada, and I've actually been there 4 times, but it was all before I made videos, so I don't have any videos yet of Canada, hoping to change that soon. But it really is like one of the friendliest places. Anybody who's been there will tell you that. You know, it's the world's 2nd biggest country by area, and there's only about 37 million people, so it's not very densely populated. But I can tell you that almost all of those 37 million people will be so kind and friendly, and man, I just need to go back to Canada soon. The next place will be Montreal. And finally, number 10 on this list is the Netherlands. It was hard to pick one country in Europe, but I have to go with the Dutch people because they are just so cool and open. What I love about Dutch culture is they're accepting of everyone. I think Amsterdam is one of the most diverse cities in the world. Everywhere you go, people will welcome you. They'll on the street, they'll offer you directions. And I think I've been there 7 or 8 times, and I will always be going back to the Netherlands. It's just such a fantastic place. So that wraps up my 10 friendliest countries list. Of course, this video is very subjective based off my own personal experiences. Most of the countries in the world are really friendly, but I find these 10 to be the most friendly, the most welcoming, the most genuine people, and frankly, they're some of my favorite places in the world. But I want to get your guys' opinion. What are your favorite countries? Which ones would you take out? Which ones would you add from my list? Please, let's get some dialogue going in the comments below. I will be checking and responding. Thank you guys for watching. Have an awesome day, and cheers from Manila. I'm Drew Binsky, and if you like my travel videos, please click subscribe and join me as I plan to visit every country in the world.